Now, one thing that you will never see me using a lot of, if at all, on my trading charts are going to be technical indicators. I like to know from you individuals that are watching this video, how many of you believe in your heart, in your mind, that they actually help you in your trading? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that they may not help guide you in a direction, meaning that once you have taking a look at market structure and understanding price action, help you stay into a trade maybe longer. But ultimately, I do not believe anyone should be using technical indicators, whether it be EMAs, SMAs, MACDs, RSIs, whatever it may be. This is just my opinion on it. To basically give you a green light signal to get into a trading position. And we're talking about trading futures, whether it's the micro or the E-mini futures, okay? So, and the reason why is because most of you already know I'm getting ready to say, and those that have experience in day trading futures know that indicators do what? They lag behind price. The best way to really determine and trading the correct way is understanding structure, okay? Reading price action purely. So meaning, I personally feel price action traders, those are the ones that are going to benefit the most, okay? Because you purely can understand and know how to trade without any indicators on your charts. Now, I do have the volume profile because you guys already know that volume is important. Without volume, the market doesn't move. We have to have volume to be able to push and pull the market. And another reason why I trade using the volume profile is because the market always likes to circle back around and come to high volume areas. And when it gets to low volume areas, it's either going to push through them or reject at them. Most times and all, when the market pulls into a low volume area, it's going to reject it, okay, and then come right back down to a high volume area. All right. So the volume profile, I have it, but do I use it in helping me get into a trade, or do I use it to give me a signal to get in a trade? No, not at all. I use it as just my last means of measure. And to be honest with you, I don't even need it. I just have it on the chart, I guess, just for some aesthetic look in a sense. But it does, if I am kind of stuck on a key area, I may kind of map out a swing to kind of get an idea what volume looks like if I'm interested in trading a particular zone or level, okay? But again, I'm not using it to determine my actual trade itself. I'm purely a price action trader, and all those that are watching, I recommend you trying your best to understand how to read structure and price action so that you can trade just like that, because you can see the footprints on the chart where the institutions or banks are making their plays, making their runs, whether it's at a significant area of demand or supply they've created. And as retail traders, what we're waiting on is basically the little crumbs that they leave behind, are basically looking for them to retest those supply or demand areas. And how do you know what supply and demand looks like on your chart? Well, I mean, you can see here, for example, this is supply coming to the downside. All right, aggressive selling to the downside. This was a supply area here, but this is the mitigated area. The market broke structure right here, and when it came back, this is a mitigated area that's already been tested, so meaning it's been tapped. So they're probably going to test and want to push through higher areas and maybe test some areas where the supply rests above to fill the imbalances or gaps back too. That's how the market moves. It moves kind of in waves. It creates zones, it creates supply zones and demand zones, moves away from them, then it comes back to them. And those are the areas we're looking to try to get in on when the market, retests those areas. Just like right here, the market was running to the downside, pushed up, broke structure, pull back to supply here. We're looking to flow with the market. I don't need anything at the bottom end of my chart, at the bottom end of my charts. Like I see a lot of traders doing this. They've got layers upon layers upon layers of indicators stacked on top of each other, which it blows my mind because I can't even grasp or understand what is it that you're looking at? What is it that you're waiting on? Because if you're waiting on the sun to align with the horizon, meaning you're waiting for all those signals to kind of give you a signal to get into a trade, but then you're into the trade way too late. Again, because indicators actually, I was about to say lie. No, they lag behind price. Price action is the key. All right. So I know some people may use like EMAs or even SMAs, and the price is, bullish, say for example, and you're looking for a pullback, as long as the price is above a certain EMA, or it gets to that zone and we're above a certain EMA, they may continue to look for opportunities to go long. Why? Because the moving average is kind of telling you that price is still, more likely kind of pushing to the upside. But again, just as that the market's coming back to a to a demand area, the market could really be trying to shift to the downside, meaning transition or reverse to the downside, and that EMA can still be pointing up, but the market price action is starting to make lower lows and lower highs to the downside, and it may take a period of time for the market to actually kind of or that indicator to move with price. It could be 5 minutes behind price, whatever the case may be. So the best means and way to actually trade is reading the markets. All right. And then, if you're above price, or even below price, and depending on where your EMA alignment is or your SMA alignment is, whatever the case is, and that makes you feel comfortable and gives you more security, then trade it. Comes back to a demand area. Price is above the EMA. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking that trade. But you've got to also, like I said, remember that EMA or SMA, that indicator, is still lagging behind what pure price action is doing. Okay, so the best way to trade is from a naked chart, and that's the way I trained myself on. Because when I first started trading, I'm going to say it right now, I had tons of indicators in my charts. I was testing and trying everything under the sun: RSIs, MACDs, SMAs, EMAs, Bollinger Bands, you name it. I was putting it on there because I thought that they were going to be the holy grail that would really tie into me, taking a trade. I say, hey, once this thing lines up with price, then I'm going to take a trade. And I wasn't even, to be honest with you, I was more reliant on the indicators than I was actually pure price action. The best traders in this world simply are able to look at price action, study it, and read it. That's order flow in itself. Being able to understand what's going on with structure and following price action, suit with the overall structure of the market. So I'm telling you right now, you do not need all the bells and whistles and all the fancy indicators. I see so many people have so much on their charts. To me, if I'm looking at charts that have so many indicators on it, it becomes clutter. I get confused. And having naked charts are clean. You want to be able to have real estate to be able to view on your actual chart, so you can make precise or make keen decisions on when the market gets back to a particular zone, and not waiting. Okay, it's back to a supply area. I need to see the EMA shift to the downside, then I'm gonna get in. By the time we done did that, but by the time the EMA or SMA has already done that, that indicator, whatever you're using, has already shifted to the downside. You're thinking, I'm going to go ahead and get in now. The market's already made its move. And by the time you got into the trade, the market's coming back against you. I know a lot of you probably have experienced that. So show of hands out there, how many of you, believe or feel that having all those indicators are a security blanket for you and they actually work? Okay. All right. Or how many of you have found out at some point along the way that, hey, indicators, they lag behind and I really don't need them? I know there's probably going to be a mixed bag of decisions here, or some are going to say, yeah, I like the indicators, they work for me. Others are going to say, nope, I've learned a long time ago that they don't work for me. I simply can live without them, okay? Because I'd rather see everything on my chart. I don't need it all down here at the bottom. This I do like to see, but again, the volume profile, I really do not need it to trade price action the correct way. I mean, to me, again, some of the best traders in the world just are trading based on what they see and what the market is telling them. Have you ever heard the saying, trade what you see? That is what makes 100% sense to me, okay? So the technical indicators, I don't need them. If you need them, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that, okay? Whether you're trading the micro or the E-minis or Forex, options, whatever it is, that is okay. But I'm telling you right now, nothing works better than understanding pure price action, okay? I'll leave it right there. Now, again, I'm going to say this to anyone out there because I always get, random DMs or whatever the case is. People always saying, hey, how do I sign up and become an elite or an ultra elite supporter to the channel? That is the private community where you get basically the cornerstone to how I trade, the understanding, the knowledge, okay? Because that's where I break down in trade breakdowns, the video playlist videos, and I got a great video on there covering market structure for anyone that's kind of struggling with that concept there. But the trade breakdowns, so let's break this down. If you want to become an elite member, okay, or elite supporter, it's very inexpensive. Trust me when I say that. The link is down in the description portion of the video. What do you receive, okay? And when I say this, it's honestly, it's only pennies on the dollar a day. You actually receive my trade breakdown videos. These are breakdowns of videos where I have broken things down so you can understand from an elementary standpoint why I took those trades, because I'll walk you through structure, I'll walk you through price action, letting you know my mindset and why I took those trades, where to place your stop loss, where to place your profit targets at, so you can look for similar setups on your own. There are tons of videos there covering trade breakdowns. These are the same trades that I post over on the Discord. I break them down in that private community for those that want to become either an elite or an ultra elite member. As well, in becoming an elite supporter, you receive the video playlist and a great video covering market structure. Now, if you want to take it one notch up and you want to become an ultra elite supporter, you receive everything I just said, plus the trade. I'm sorry, my live recorded trading sessions where I'm recording myself as I'm trading. You can see the trades that I'm taking. I'm talking to, you maybe think I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to you guys so you can understand my thought process behind and looking at the market in real time as it is moving, okay? So you can go back and watch that and compare it against your own trades, okay? Because then again, I'm talking to you as you see me take these trades, where I'm placing my stop loss, where I'm placing my profit targets, so you can grasp an understanding as I'm actually trading what I'm doing, okay? And outside that, you also receive the market recap videos when I post those videos. But anyways, so if you want to become an ultra elite supporter, you know, you can become one as well. The link is down in the description portion of the video. It's titled Ultra Elite Supporter. Once you click on that, give it a couple seconds, 3 tiers will pop up. Look over to the left. You'll see, you know, where it's elite supporter or ultra elite supporter. Choose either tier, and as you hover over each, it's going to tell you the rewards and perks you receive for each tier for all those that are interested. That's all I have today, guys. I appreciate everyone tuning in, watching the videos on a daily basis. If you haven't taken the time to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, please do so. This is more so like an informational video letting you know, my opinion on reason why I don't use technical indicators. Do they work, or can they help you in some way? I'm sure some will probably beg to differ, but to me personally, I find no value in them. I'm a pure price action trader. So, but again, if you haven't subscribed, please take the time to do so. Make sure to click the bell to turn on your post notifications so you do not miss any of the uploaded content. And last but not least, if you could do me the biggest favor and drop a like on the video today and every video that you do watch on the channel, I'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you and take care and have a fabulous weekend.